Yes, AutoChief, new week, new car, pay attention. It's your man QB. I tell you always, leave the government in for the government. When you see me, call me QB or Anti-Comfort Son. And that'll be enough. Yes. And before even I get into it, let me say a big thank you to all the subscribers. I appreciate you. And for all the people who are going to click on the subscribe button and also hit on the bell notification icon and are going to share comments, I appreciate you all. You're helping the channel to grow, and that's the reason why whenever it's necessary, I have to bring you content like this. And so this week, we are going to talk about hybrid cars and why you should consider a hybrid car when you are making a purchasing decision. So let's get into it. What is a hybrid car? In fact, as soon as you think about hybrid, what has to come to your mind is your regular engine. That's your petrol engine or diesel engine is being supported by an electric motor. And the electric motor is to convert some of the energy that is generated by the internal combustion engine and then save it or store it. And how can it store it? It has to have a battery pack. So anytime you hear about a hybrid, and especially this type, the most common hybrid type, that's the parallel hybrid technology. When you hear that, you have to think about the fact that there are times in the car where only the hybrid, that's the electric motor, will move and the car, and there are times when only the internal combustion engine will move the car. And then there are also times when both will be working together. And the reason why all this is happening is that when the internal combustion engine or your normal petrol and or diesel is working, it will use more fuel. Because don't forget, the basic principle for the internal combustion engine is there has to be an air and fuel mixture. So the less, and you know air is free, but fuel is not free, and that's where everything begins. The fact that the fuel is not free, anytime you can do something to save on the fuel, you are in a good place. And that's how come companies, and I will mention Toyota a lot in this discussion because Toyota has been at the forefront of the hybrid technology, bringing it to market, staying in the market. Honda has also done some great works, but for the most part, Toyota has been quite consistent. So that's the reason why they are known for the hybrid technology. So, as I'm saying, getting back to the hybrid discussion. So you have your petrol engine, then there's an addition of an electric motor, which drives the car usually at low speeds, speeds of usually less than 50 miles per hour. Then it can drive, but usually as soon as it goes above that, then the petrol engine or diesel engine, that's the internal combustion engine, will kick in. And then there are times when the two will work together. But all that, when that happens, all that you are trying to do, or the technology is trying to do, is to save on fuel. So even when you are braking, there's something called regenerative braking system. So anytime you brake, it converts some of that energy and it stores it in the battery pack, so that when you are moving at low speeds, that electrical energy which is stored can be used to move the car, propel the car. So it's quite, I can't say it's straightforward in terms of how it looks. So you have your regular engine, then it's being supported by the electric motor, and then the electrical energy has to be stored so that it's more used on a need-to basis. So when you understand that, it's quite simple. And you see, as a consumer, I have initially stayed away from the hybrid technology because I've always felt when it comes here, let's say if I buy a hybrid car from the US and something happens, I know the mechanics in Ghana, they know all about the internal combustion engine. But what do they know about the hybrid technology? Luckily, most of the times, the battery packs, which maybe you might think that batteries, of course, batteries do die. So, but for the most part, I've seen that most of the batteries that are used in hybrid systems are warranted for about 10 years, most times. So that has taken away the fear. And the technology has been around for Toyota since the late 90s. So it's been perfected, so you don't really have to have an issue. Now let's talk as to why all that technology side. Let's leave that one to the companies, Toyota and Honda and the rest, to figure that one out. For you as the consumer, why should you be interested in hybrid? Two main reasons. First is fuel consumption, and I'm going to give you some figures. And then second is emission. So when because you are using less petrol or less diesel, you reduce the CO2 emissions. But yes, that's a secondary discussion. But now let's look into the numbers, because that's what most people are interested in. So yes, if I buy a hybrid car, they say I will save on petrol. But how much petrol will I save? So for that analysis, let's use a 2021 Toyota RAV4, the SUV. So, and compare that one to a 2021 Toyota Corolla. So like for like. And we are going to use the trim, this trim, XLE trims. So let me begin. So the fuel economy figures, US figures, for a 2021 Toyota Corolla XLE is 29 miles per gallon in the city. That's a Toyota Corolla 2021. And on the highway is rated as 37 miles per gallon on the highway. This is Corolla. And now let me give you, listen up, this is very important. I'll put it on the screen so you see it. Comparatively, a 2021 Toyota hybrid, that's Toyota RAV4 hybrid. Listen to the figures. It makes 41 miles per gallon in the city. So it's beating the Corolla in city ratings, because the Corolla, and these are all XLEs, so like for like. So the Corolla XLE in the city says 29 miles per gallon, and we get to the RAV4, 2021 RAV4 hybrid, and that is going to use that 1 gallon US ratings, as always, as I told you, is 49 miles per gallon. So 29 versus 41, that's city. And let me be honest, and then from what I know, especially in Ghana, even though most people, you see people driving SUVs, mostly it's for city driving. Because we know the terrain, a lot of, rough roads. So people don't usually take these SUVs for off-road, but the terrain, the roads that you get to use your car on, they are not the best roads for the most part. So it serves the purpose. Now let's move to highway. So for highway 2, the 2021 Corolla, that's 37 miles to a gallon for highway. That's 2021 Toyota Corolla XLE. When you get to the 2021 Toyota RAV4, listen to the figures. Once again, it beats the Corolla for the hybrid. It's 38 miles per gallon, even on the highway. So it beats it in the city, but the most important thing you have to pay attention is the city ratings. So you are driving a big SUV, everyone would think you are using more fuel, but because of the hybrid technology, the fact that there's an electric motor which conserves some of your energy from your petrol engine and stores it in those batteries and uses them when the car is moving slowly, and also as stop and go traffic. So there's a lot of advantages. This is the reason why today I had to bring you this. So luckily, it's not only Toyota who as the only company that's making hybrids. Honda has been doing the same for years. They've literally also perfected the technology, and in more recent times, the South Korean guys, that's Kia, Hyundai, and in Ghana we say Hyundai. In UK they might say Hyundai, US they say Hyundai, in Ghana it's Hyundai, So they've also been doing some good works. So when you are thinking about hybrids, these are the brands that come to mind. So in short, this is what I knew I had to bring to you. So if you're not sure about anything, because of maybe when it's time to purchase and you're not sure, AutoChief, I tell you always, call me 020-594-6696. Answer all your questions. If I have to import for you, it's nothing. This is what we do. So before I sign off, I want to remind you always, when you watch content like this and you appreciate the content, make sure to share, comment, so that we can keep growing the channel and bringing you more content like this. Thank you. I appreciate it. Enjoy the weekend. Always, AutoChief, new week, new car. Accra, pay attention. It's your man QB. I'm out.